What's up guys, it's the NJB here, and today I'm going to do another video on Savitar, Flash, all that good stuff. So today I'm just going to be talking about future Barry, and I'm not talking about the one that Savitar is. I'm going to be talking about the one that Barry went to, I believe it was like 2024 or something. I think it was that time, but it was the last episode when he went to the future and he talked to that Barry. So what I kind of want to know is, did future Barry lie to himself? Did he tell Barry that he doesn't know who Savitar is just because he actually didn't know? Or was he saying that he doesn't know who Savitar is because he actually did find out, like Barry does in the recent episode, and he doesn't care anymore? Like, he knows what he's going to become, and now that he's lost everything, like, that's his actual future, and he just doesn't care. So I just want to stop for a second. I'm sorry, there's a lot of like working on my house going on, and my door's open because my dad's here, so it's kind of a lot of noise, so if you guys can please ignore that, that would be good. But back to what I was saying, I think that when Barry went to the future, his future self did tell him that he doesn't know who Savitar is. He most likely told him that, maybe because he does find out eventually, but he doesn't care anymore. He's lost everything, and as you can see in the future, he doesn't really care that the city's getting ruined. His Team Flash is all messed up, and that was something he used to care about a lot. He didn't talk to Joe, who's basically his father, if you really think about it. He didn't talk about to his own father about him losing his daughter. He just didn't talk to anyone. He did solve the Savitar problem and did send him into the Speed Force to lock him up, but that's just to get rid of Savitar, and that's most likely because Savitar is probably still messing with him. But the fact that all the members of Team Flash are still around, except Iris, is basically kind of showing that Savitar probably didn't do a whole lot to him, like in that space of like what, 4 years about. So, or I think it was 4 years. I really don't remember, but however long it was between from the time that Barry went to the future and how they dealt with Savitar, either Barry was like strong enough to stop Savitar from like doing any more damage, and he was good enough to hold him off, or maybe Savitar just didn't care anymore. He knew that he damaged Barry enough by taking away Iris, and he just knew that eventually he is going to become Savitar. So that's that. But we really don't know, like, if you actually didn't know who Savitar was, because he did kind of like, this seemed to seem a bit awkward to me. So it's possible he did know, and they're trying to let us know that. But either way, let's say he didn't know, then now Barry would have figured it out, because he has gone to the future, so he's kind of already started like trying to figure out who it was, and he did figure it out on his own. And he does say that he remembers when Savitar, or Savitar remembers, like, he knows everything because he remembers when he used to be him. So please ignore the sound in the background. I'm gonna have to keep saying that because it's gonna keep happening. But he does remember when Savitar does remember when he was Flash. So as I said in my last episode, I don't know if you guys have watched Danny Phantom, but there's an episode when in the future, Danny Phantom, like, somehow he goes back to the past, and then Danny figures out that he's gonna be bad. So the future version of Danny Phantom, he takes his place, he locks his old self in the Phantom Zone, because he knows he's not gonna die there, but he locks himself in the Phantom Zone, and he makes everything happen so he will become evil. But as you can see, it doesn't work out. So Danny eventually saves him, saves his family, and stops it from happening. So I think something similar is going to happen in the Flash. I think because Savitar has already revealed who he is, Barry knows how it's going to happen. He knows that if he loses everything, then he's going to become evil and become Savitar. So we're probably going to see a change in his character. We're probably going to see him kind of do things to make sure that doesn't happen, like, if you get what I mean. He knows that if he loses Iris, it's all downhill from there. So I feel like he might try and find a way to kind of move on. Like, that's how he should do, or that's what he should do, because he knows that if he doesn't move on from it, if he just keeps holding on to that and holding on to his loss, he's gonna know that he's gonna be evil, and he's gonna ruin a lot of things in the future. Like, we did see that future Barry does give the characters in Legends of Tomorrow a warning. I don't watch the show, so I can't really remember all the characters' name off the top of my head, but he does give them a warning. So we do know he obviously did mess something up, and he does want to fix it. So I do think Barry is going to defeat Savitar, and I really don't think he's going to beat Savitar. So obviously the bigger mystery that we still don't know is like how he becomes Savitar. Most likely is because he did lose everything, and I guess he kind of explains it, but we do want to hear it from like Savitar, like how Savitar says it. And I don't know about you guys, but it's kind of possible that Barry might not actually be like the original Savitar. What Jay Garrick told him about how Savitar was created is probably still a true story, but it's probably just not Barry himself. Barry could have taken up the mantle, could have found the Philosopher's Stone, and got the armor and become even more powerful. We do know he's getting faster, like that's kind of his main theme. He wants to still remain the fastest man alive, so maybe he used the Philosopher's Stone and got more power. And we do know that if he, like based on what the doctor, or I don't know her name, but basically what that doctor said was, what I got from it was that Barry or Savitar is so powerful and so fast that if he uses his power without the suit, he could kind of like destroy himself, or it's too much for himself. Like that's what I got from her explanation on how the armor works. So I think that Barry may have gotten so fast that he decided, like he probably remembers how Garrick told him that Savitar has powers. He got the Philosopher's Stone and made himself into Savitar that way. So I can't get more in depth than that in another video, but so far for this video, that's going to be it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is me, NJB, and cheers mates.